champions! Champions of Europe finally! History made in Istanbul! The treble complete!
History makers! For the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another typical City watch-along Premier League football with Leicester. We got to do this. We got to absolutely do this, Blues, and I think we will. I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident going into this, but how are you feeling? Most importantly, I feel like we're going to do this. Like, Leicester, they're pretty pants at the minute. They're pretty crap. And City, albeit we've been a certain degree of crap this season, we're not that crap, so we should be beating Leicester. That's the logic to my thinking. How's everyone doing, first of all? Interesting team news as well. Oscar Bob, back in the squad. Bob in the squad. Buzzing about that, absolutely buzzing about that. To see him on the bench for Manchester City is exciting times for Manchester City fans. Savinho's playing, Doku's playing. Those two players now are going to have to focus, knowing full well there's an absolute talent sat on the bench, waiting in the wings, quite literally waiting in the wings with Oscar Bob there. Just go on, lads. You don't perform, I will be there. I will be there waiting and taking your place if you underperform today. Jack Grealish makes it into the starting 11 as well. But anyway, before I get started, let's have a look at who's here. Make sure you're smashing that like, everybody. If you've just tuned into Typical City, I appreciate you all being here. How's everyone doing? SVGB&G says, which one would you rather have back for the season, Haaland or Rodri? Well, at this point, hard to say. Right now, I'd probably take Haaland because I feel like we've kind of gotten used to life without Rodri at this point. So I would take Haaland back right now, albeit at the start of the season, I would have probably said we'd have got away with Haaland because I reckon there's enough talent and goals and the system wouldn't have been too affected. Marmoush, well, he only joined in January, of course. It probably would have been terrible, actually, now I think about it. Either or, yeah, terrible question, actually. So I'm really annoyed you've asked that question, actually. I don't like the answer either way. I don't know, mate, to be honest. But Lucien, moving on from that question. How are you doing, mate? Couldn't watch the game today, 2:45 a.m. Don't blame you, mate. Get some sleep. Don't blame you. Ryan's not going to be at the game either. Hope you're all good, Ryan. James, 4-1 to City. Let's enjoy this. That's the spirit, mate. You're always in good spirits, aren't you? You, James, mate. And I agree. I feel like we need to enjoy this one. Cricket Watch is going to say 4-0. Haaland out, but Marmoush looking good. Leicester not scored in 10 games. I think they scored in the FA Cup like 6 games ago. They scored against United, but you might be talking about the league games. I don't know how many it goes back because I only went back 7 games in league games. It might have gone beyond that, actually. So you might be right. If you're talking about league games. Oh, no, you said league. Yeah. Read the bloody sentence before you start criticising people, Jonny. League games. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I just didn't finish reading the sentence. Sorry, mate. You're absolutely correct. Alex saying 4-0, comfortable win. RG Sneak saying 5-0 to the Citizens. True Blue says it's Marmoush time. I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're absolutely right. Cricket Watch again, second Marmoush hat-trick. Yeah, I'd love that, mate. Adriano, hi, Jonny, and I'm hoping for a win today. 3-2 prediction. Good to see you, Phil. How you doing? Good evening, mate. Looking forward to it. Merlog's gone 3-0. Lots of confident results today. I'll be a little bit disappointed if we don't keep a clean sheet tonight, to be honest. Because, I mean, like Cricket Watch has said there, they haven't scored in quite some time. So I'm kind of expecting Manchester City to be keeping a clean sheet. Albeit we haven't got anywhere near the number of defenders that we normally have at our disposal. We've still got Vardiol and Ruben Diaz playing at centre-back, and I'm looking forward to seeing Nico O'Reilly and Nunes on the other side. A little less excited about Nunes, but I thought he did okay, barring that one mistake against Bournemouth. I thought he did all right, and he should have an easier job than he did against Semenyo. And who else was on the Clivert was playing as well, amongst a few dangerous players that Bournemouth had, and he dealt with them reasonably well apart from that one moment. Mohit, good to see you, mate. Grealish playing in the attacking midfield position. Finally, today he will shine. Not the first time he's done it this season though, mate. I'm sure he did it. Who was it? Was it Forest? I'm sure it was Forest at home when we beat him 3-0. And then I think he did it again in the Champions League like 3 days later against Juventus, and he was pants, if I remember rightly. Pretty sure he had 2 back-to-back midfield positions, and one was brilliant against Forest, and the next was like, It's a big bloody collar to do that with. Well, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking absolutely see the full collarbone there, can't you, with this collar? Such a beefy shirt this is. It's absolutely like so large, unnecessarily large. But that's the retro styles. And Douglas as well, good to see you. How you doing? He's gone full church, 6-0. Red dot. I did. A bar Grealish, you're absolutely right. Predicted the lineup. Church. Right then. Any sentence that starts with right then. We're playing shit right now. But Leicester are even more shit than we are. So, after much deliberation, and then even more after that, 6-0 to the ginormous sky blue juggernaut, mate. I hope you're absolutely correct, because, I mean, yeah, like Douglas says, I feel like we could be on for a 6-0 here. It's the sort of game that we should be looking at high scoreline here, 4-0, 5-0, something like that. Charles, Mahagan, good to see you. Adrian as well, Mailing, Ben, good to see you guys. Fotty Edits, Ace, All Gamers, David, Musa, Blue Viper, Jack Dandies, Ibrahim, and I'm going to have to stop there because otherwise I'm going to be here all day. But anyway, how are you doing, everybody? Hope you're good. Make sure you're hitting that like button as well. Let's have a look at the team news. Full team news. Start with Leicester, in fact, because I got 11 out of 11 for that right. So I actually got 21 out of 22 right for my predicted starting 11, with Hermansen in between the sticks for Leicester. Farce, Connor Cody, Luke Thomas are the three centre-backs that Marmoush is going to have to face today. I always go Justin James. It's James Justin. Just in time, just in case. Wilfred Ndidi and Boubacar Soumare alongside him. Victor Christiansen at left wing-back. Patson Daka, Jamie Vardy, El Kanouche are the front three. Those are going to be quite narrow, I imagine, with the two wing-backs. Narrow with the two wing-backs going around the outside. Edison in goal for Manchester City. Nunez, right back. Diaz, Vardiol and Nico O'Reilly. So good to see Nico O'Reilly getting that starting position in a Premier League game. And I mean, if ever there was a player that deserved it after the Bournemouth game, it's him. 100%. He deserves it. And I'm buzzing to see it. And I hope you guys are as well, because I can't wait to see what he does. Gonzalez and Gundogan in front of them. Savinho, Grealish and Doku are the attacking three that are going to be sat behind Marmoush. We could see a bit of a false nine, though, really, with Marmoush. I'm not sure it is going to be an out-and-out number 9 for Marmoush today. I think Grealish and Marmoush is probably going to drop a little bit, and Grealish is going to push a little bit and get as close to him as possible and work together, play off each other. And I'm excited to see that relationship. It's a relationship and a bonding exercise that I wasn't expecting to see before the end of the season, in all honesty. But it's one we're going to get to see today, and I'm really excited about it, to see what Grealish can do alongside Marmoush and slotting in behind him, see if he can slot him in with some slippy passes. I'm looking forward to that. And Doku and Savinho as well. Like I said at the start of the stream, these guys need to absolutely turn up, because Bob is sat on the bench for them for Manchester City today. So he's going to be putting some big pressure on them today. If they don't perform, Bob's going to be like, all right, lads, sorry, I'm in. I am absolutely in. I'm going to take your spot, you know. And what a talent he is. An absolute talent. But yeah. City, by the way, are ranked 6th in the Premier League based on home form, which isn't great reading, is it? Really? It's not great. I mean, we are 5th in the league in total, so maybe it sort of makes sense, I suppose. But 1 point from our previous 2 home games. It's not quite the fortress it used to be, the Etihad, and even less so today because the fans are protesting. So the atmosphere is not going to be quite the same. And I understand the protest, by the way. And I actually agree with the protest, in all honesty, because I think it's something that the club have pushed too far. And I've not mentioned it on this channel yet. And I've had numerous messages for people to say, speak about it, Jonny. And I've really wanted to. But as someone who's handed in his season ticket after 35 years or 34 years of being a season ticket holder at City, to then pack it in and then start preaching to people about what the ticket situation is and how much ticket pricing costs when I don't have to pay it anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not involved in that anymore. So I feel like it's not... I totally agree with the fans. And I saw Big Steve's video the other day, by the way, and I completely agree with everything he said. I think it was a fantastic video that he made regarding that subject. It was obviously for the match-going fans, that video. And while I totally agree with it, I feel like he did enough to cover it. I don't think anything I would say would be adding to what he already said. And two, I'm not sure it's my place anymore as someone who does watch-alongs, talking about the match experience and the match-going fans experience and the money they have to pay. I feel awkward about it. You know what I mean? I don't feel comfortable talking about it and telling the club what they should be charging people when they're not actually charging me. You know, I'm effectively making money off this situation now. So I feel a bit rich. Not rich as in that, as in like cocky. Do you know what I mean? Talking about something a little bit out of my zone, if that makes sense. But everybody, where are you watching from? I'm like your question, mate. I'm watching from Manchester, mate. I am actually based in Manchester, but I'm obviously not at the game. Bit of a funny looking stadium behind me, but I'd love to do that one day, by the way. One thing I want to do is get match audio. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know what you guys do in terms of watch-alongs. Let me know how you watch watch-alongs, because I'm curious. I really want to know how you actually experience a watch-along. Do you put me on your phone and then put me on put the game on the big TV? That's how I would do it, probably, because I think the football's more important. Or do you put the football on your phone and me, that's cocky, talking of being a cocky, on your big TV, my stupid fat face there on your big TV, and then the football demoted to your little phone? That's the wrong way around to do it, in my opinion. But what I would love more than anything to do, and something I'm dying to figure out how I could even do it. I'm not sure it's even legal because of the copyright situation. But get the stadium audio, not the commentary, just the stadium audio, so you can hear the twatting of a football. You can hear the crowd's grunts and groans and cheers and just the general stadium atmosphere, and me commentating over it like you would as if you were watching TV. So you would literally mute the TV, basically, rather than having to have both on at the same time audio. Or do you just mute the TV and have me taking over the audio? Because I was watching a watch-along the other day, and I was like, I wish I could hear the stadium. I don't want to hear the commentary, but I wish I could hear the stadium still. Do you know what I mean? So I'm curious to see what you think. You use your tablet, your voice TV on mute. I appreciate that, mate. Yeah. I mean, right. So I thought you meant, you just mute me. You just put me on and have me shouting, but I'm on mute. Just the visuals of my face is enough description for you. But no, I get what you're saying. On your phone, appreciate it to know. I love to know it. Game on TV, you on the iPad. Interesting. Typical sitting on my phone, big game on big arse TV. Good to know. That's the way to do it, I think. Mute the TV and listen to Johnny Boy. Big up Jeff, by the way, and everyone. Thank you, Jeff. Without Jeff, we wouldn't be watching this. Jeff, you need to send me the invoice for the subscription to the way we're watching this game together. Me and Jeff are using the same service. So yeah, massive respect to Jeff, because without you, mate, this would not be possible. Once again, with it not being on UK TV, this game, Jeff is making it possible for me with an incredibly quick organisation skills of Jeff, who at the drop of a hat suddenly made it very available to me at the drop of a hat last night. So massively appreciate that, Jeff. Big up to you, mate. And where was everyone watching as well? SVG's watching South Africa. I was curious. There's another one, South Africa. Another one from South Africa. I've got Gambia as well. Catalonia. Jamaica. Italy. Nigeria. England. What are you doing there? Thomas is watching in Wales. You never get the lineup prediction right. I was close enough, mate. Jesus Christ. I got 21 out of 22 out of both sides. I got the full Leicester prediction right. 100% correct for Leicester. I then got one player wrong for City. I mean, who does get the prediction for the starting 11 right when it's a Pep Guardiola side you're predicting? Because the guy's near impossible to predict, isn't he? Let's be honest. King is watching from Ireland on Sky, but not on Sky. I see what you did there. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're going to get a knock on the door soon, mate. You're going to get a knock on the door. Kenya as well, good to see you. Big up everybody in the chat, massively appreciate it. Belgium, Denmark, Ghana, New York, Zimbabwe. What are you watching on? USA Network, that's what I'm watching it on. Toronto. I just say this quickly. Gloucestershire. Is that right? Gloucestershire. Gloucestershire. It's like Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. And a church is watching in Smurfland. Interesting. Whereabouts is that? Whereabouts is that? That's a curious place there, church. Anyway, game's about to get started. I'm too busy doing geography lessons with everybody. Learning about, well, apart from church, who's talking absolute bollocks as usual, about Smurfland. Right, clock. Are you working? Romania. Altrincham, mate. I was out there the other day, like last week. I might be going there soon. So go out into Altrincham on the 12th of April, and that's my birthday, and you might see me. Oh, come on, City. Game's about to get underway. Pep, why is Pep there? There's a little message has come up on the screen saying this broadcast is only authorised to be televised in the US. Well, it's a good job I'm in America then. Anyway, Leicester are going to kick us off. And they have done. It's James bloody dead. So the protest today as well is going to be... Is it the 9th minute people are walking out or not walking into the ground? So there's absolutely nobody there. There is nobody there. Bloody hell. It's a proper protest, isn't it? Proper protest. Still, even though there's not much of an atmosphere going on, I still think there's... We'll win this. We'll win this. Surely. I wonder what Leicester's away kit would have... I don't know what their away kit is. Is it black? I'm not sure, but we're both wearing blue. Obviously very different shades of blue. And I can tell them apart, in fairness, but it does bug me a little bit when they both wear the same colour. I am going to be 10 seconds behind, yeah, if I am a little bit, because... yeah, I'm streaming it. I'm not doing it straight from the source, which is usually Sky. Jeff, the protest is due to the ticket pricing at City at the minute, to do with the fact that the club ball in from Doku's a great ball and Marmouche up in the air, and it's into Hermansen's hands. The protest is to do with ticket pricing and Viagogo, to be fair, and Viagogo is not someone you want to be partnering with if you want to respect your own fans, in all honesty. But Jeff, not Jeff, Pep. Jeff on the mind. I've got Jeff on the mind. Ball given away to Jack Grealish there. But he's giving it straight back. Having a sip of water like Pep. Here we go. Go on, Jeremy. Jeremy. Savinho's in. To the byline now. He's chopped it back. Kept it in play. Into the box. Ha ha! 1-0 Jack Grealish! Gets in the back of the net, Jack Grealish. What a start. We asked for Jack Grealish to deliver in attacking midfield, and he's doing exactly that within 2 minutes. Manchester City are 1-0 up. 1-0 up from Jackie boy. Jack Grealish doing the business. Yes, gets in the back of the net. Savinho with an assist as well. Leicester. Oh, shocking from Leicester. You can't deny it. It's absolutely shocking from Leicester, but we're 1-0 up already. Come on, this is going to be 5 or 6. If we play our cards right, this could be 5 or 6. Get in there, mate. Get in there. Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. 1-0 already. Right, let's have a look. Doku won the ball back nice and eager. Fantastic application from Jeremy Doku. Sends Savinho to the byline. Almost overhit the pass, really, Doku. Savinho's speed got him to the ball in the end, though. Great strength from Doku. Savinho chops it back with a little Cruyff turn. Spots Jack Grealish in a very narrow avenue to slide a ball right almost onto the penalty spot, where Jack Grealish side foots it. He did scuff it a little bit, Jack Grealish, and the fact that he scuffed it, to be honest, but the fact that he scuffed it has sent it right into the bottom corner, and it's 1-0 Manchester City, and Jack Grealish must be absolutely buzzing alongside the Manchester City fans. Get in. Leicester with a throw-in. Done it already, haven't I? Oh. What do you make of that goal, Blues? What do you make of that goal? I thought it was a very nice goal. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Do you know one thing I'm worried about tonight is waking up my little girl, because I've not done a night match in this house ever. This is the first night match, and she is right behind you, and she's not well. So I was a little bit reserved then when I celebrated, because I was like, I wanted to scream louder than I actually did, in all honesty, and I don't want to do that. I want to be 100% authentic and actually let out all my excitement. And I could be doing it again in a minute, because Jack Grealish is in on the edge of the area. Doku's going to win that. He's got it back, Doku. How does he keep the ball so well, Doku, at times, mate? It looks like he's about to lose it any second, but he nips in and just like a little nudge here. I swear he's made of concrete. Do you know what I mean? He's solid, isn't he? They just bounce off him. Stadium's not really filled up yet. You're wondering if the protest is going to affect the number of seats that are filled. Savino to the byline, tries to ghost past Luke Thomas, but intercepts it. Throw into City. Yeah, it's dead, mate. It's dead. Yeah, they were holding up a banner at the start of the game. For the love, not the money, was a massive banner outside the main entrance to where all the players go in and out of the stadium. So the fans are really not happy right now with the club's treatment. And there was an exclusive, I think it was, on City Extra, talking about Khaldoon Mubarak and the fact that there was a shareholder meeting in 2017 where he stated he wasn't going to raise the ticket prices substantially at any point. And he's gone against that. He has raised the ticket prices. And not only that, it's not just the ticket prices, it's the loyalty system City fans are annoyed about. And the fact that tickets are being sold to non-City fans, basically. We're seeing away fans getting in the ground, like Liverpool fans, United fans, all getting seats in the home end, getting their head kicked in the process. So it's for their safety as well, because you're going to, on your own there, mate, you're going to get absolutely twatted, aren't you? If you start celebrating as a United fan in the home end, where all the City fans are, you're going to get twatted, mate. That's what you expect to happen. But I don't think City fans are too bothered. That's not really the problem. They just want it to be sold to a City fan. The fact that Viagogo are now like one of the most notorious ticket touting websites have partnered with City, it just doesn't sit well with the City fans. So, yeah, not great, is it? But anyway, football is what matters to me. And I want the 3 points today. Massively important, because this is a banker. This should be a game that 3 points is a given. Considering Newcastle, keep me up to date as well. I'm hoping the broadcasting network, the totally legal broadcasting network that I'm using, is going to keep me up to date. Fantastic tackle that from Savino. And then Jack Grealish gives it away. He could have turned there. Great tackle that from Savino. I'm hoping they keep me up to date with the Newcastle game, because they're playing Brentford. Brighton play Villa. And those are the two teams. Chelsea play on Thursday, tomorrow, in other words. Who are they playing? Spurs. So Spurs are no threat to us in the league table. Chelsea are the team that we want to catch. Brighton and Newcastle, long ball over the top here. James Justin gets on it. Nico O'Reilly. Wilfred Ndidi cross into the box is casually intercepted by Gundogan, who brings it away. I say brings it away. He's sprinting the whole length of the pitch here, Gundogan. Go on, mate, that's a foul, referee. Oh, he gives it as well. I thought he just fell over, to be honest. And I was hopefully asking for a free kick. But he gives it. Connor Cody's not happy. He's a scouser, isn't he? He's a scouser. What's that, mate? The prices. Yeah, I know. They're showing it now. I know for a fact they're talking about the empty seats, because they're showing all the fans and the number of empty seats. People won't know that. The rival fans will look at it and go, empty seats, empty seats. It's a protest. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate that. Nice one. Yeah, she's got a bit of a cough. I'm getting it. I can feel my throat going. I'm hoping I don't get it full blown, because it's like a kid's cough. You know, the ones that are like just annoying more than anything. If you've got kids, they bring home all sorts of shit and they give it you. So annoying. But I'm hoping I don't have it for the derby, which is this Sunday. We've got to do them, haven't we? What did you make of the Forest game yesterday, by the way? United Forest, because I watched it. And I don't enjoy watching Forest at all. Do you know what I mean? I thought United were they just did what they do, don't they? It was kind of the same sort of situation as ours. It felt like the same game almost, like a duplicated game where like United had most of the ball. They probably had enough chances to get a goal, but a good bit of defending, clearances off the line in the final seconds of the game, and good bits of defensive work from Forest. Got the clean sheet that they could. Well, did they deserve it? I probably did deserve it. And then they got a goal from a counter-attack that they've been doing it all season. All season. And it's frustrating. And we've got to play them again at Wembley. You're just hoping that, you know, it's the atmosphere, the occasion gets to the Forest players. And they're not quite used to dealing with the Wembley atmosphere and the fact that it's a semi-final. Players are coming in now. Sorry, not players, fans. I hope they're not players. They look fucking shit if they're players. Them coming onto the pitch. Take your coat and jeans off, mate, if you're getting on the pitch. But, yeah, I'm hoping the stadium starts to fill out a little bit. I can't hear the atmospheres, but I'm assuming it's dead. Oh, we got a Leicester fan. I remember you, mate. How you doing? You were here for the previous Leicester game, weren't you? We first met. Well, we didn't meet at the King Power Stadium, but you first joined the chat and you were very respectful, to be fair. So anyone who don't have a pop at him, because he's a sound Leicester fan. Seems like a good guy. But yeah, I remember meeting you in the away fixture. Ball over the top here. It's Marmouche. He's going away from goal though. He's going to have to at least hold the play up. Gets it out to Doku. Doku with no one in the box really. Lays it out to Gundogan. Chops it back onto his left foot. Gundogan again chops it back onto his right foot. Whips it. Cleared. It's all City. Manchester, that is. Because there's only one City. Sethella, mate. I'm afraid. There's only one City. As soon as I was saying that you're a nice guy, I start having a pop at you. So. Edison with, I think, is that his first touch of the game? So far, nothing to worry about from a City perspective. Ball across. Nodded back to Hermansen. Been an active start. I like the application I'm seeing from these City players. They're excuse me. They look up for it. Look at that. There you go. Nico Gonzalez, Savinho. The press is good. Forcing Leicester to go long. Good press. And then Nunes just makes a complete pig's ear of it and smashes into the back of Christensen. Big up, Clara. How you doing? Good to see you. Appreciate that, Clara. Is that the first time you've seen it? Have you not been here? Because this is the second watch-along I've done. What was the last game? It was Bournemouth, wasn't it? The other day. Bournemouth. Nice one, Clara. Appreciate it. It's only temporary as well, so... We've been pissing around with houses lately. We had a house that we had accepted and we had an offer accepted on. And now we're pissing about because we've found another one that we prefer. And we're in negotiations with that house. So we could be. Oh no! Ball in, cleared by Ruben Diaz, and City on the edge of the area, coming away with it with Gundogan though. Great ball into Doku. Nice little poke through the lines there to get Doku at least up the pitch a little bit. We've gone back to Nico O'Reilly and we've got control of the game again. But yeah, loads of messing around to do at the minute with houses. So I might have this background for a bit longer than I thought. I thought it was going to be a few months. It might end up being a bit longer. But I reckon by the start of next season, I'll be in a new gaff again. Big up to you, Isa, as well, mate. How you doing? Grealish, of all people. Grealish scored with a lovely goal, to be honest. A lovely team goal. Grealish's finish wasn't the most convincing finish in terms of the way he connected with the ball, because I think he hit it with his heel. He didn't quite connect with it very sweetly, but he connected with it positively enough for it to end up in the bottom corner, and that's all that matters, really. The positioning from Jack Grealish was good, the build-up play. Jack Grealish initially won the ball back about 20 seconds before it ended up in the back of the net, and we lost it and then won it back again with Doku and Savinho combining, and Savinho's cross into the penalty area as I've crossed more of a pass than anything, and Jack Grealish just sweeped it in. Good goal, really. Lovely little 1-2. Savinho's in. Chops it onto his left. Go on, mate. Oh, he's done that again. He should be shooting there. Referee was asked if that was a handball. Ball chipped in by Gonzalez. Savinho should be having a shot there. But he's doing good stuff for his stock value, is Savinho, because, like I keep saying, Oscar Bob's on the bench today. So there is pressure on both Doku and Savinho. Ball's hit the corner flag there. I love it when that happens, don't you? It's just something like, whoo. Don't know why. It's just a little exciting moment in the game, isn't it? When the ball hits the corner flag and all the players are like walking off like, that's going out, and then it hits the corner flag and stays in. I just love seeing the absolute panic in the players. Like, oh shit, it stayed in. And everyone sprints over. There's a lovely little moment in football. I don't know why. Underappreciated little moments in football. I love them. What a load of bollocks I just came out with. Anyway. Oscar Bob, Bob, Bob. Oscar Bob, Bob, Bob. That's Jack's random chaos technique. Nobody knows what he's doing, including himself. Yeah. I mean, I'm not convinced he knows what he's doing. He knows how to hold the ball. That's one thing he does know what he's doing, and how to actually hold on to the thing. But in terms of which direction he's going to go next, yeah, he doesn't really know. I don't think... By the way, Jeremy Doku's exactly the same. I don't think he has any idea what he's doing. Leicester are in here. Indeedy down the left-hand side. Gets it back to El Canous and whipped in. Oh, and it's just past the post. Edison was scrambling, stretching, outstretched left hand from Edison. Didn't get a touch on it. Well, it would have been a corner if he did, obviously, but he didn't need to, because it just went past the post, and it was not far away from being a Leicester equaliser out of nothing, really. Out of nothing, that would have been. And a little bit of lackadaisical football in the middle there, a little bit open in Manchester City's midfield, and a gaping hole left behind Mateus Nunes, where Ndidi was the player who went into that position that was left where a hole was. But yeah, it would have been a golazzo. It would have been. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I want to hear your underappreciated little moments in football that are rare but fantastic. Let me know. I want to hear them. You've got me going now, Jamie. Absolutely. When the referee falls over, or when the referee, like, the ball ends up like kicking him in the bollocks or something like that. That's very rare. But I'm sure it's happened where the referee's like, or any player, when a player gets booted in the balls, it's kind of like, everyone's like, ooh, like, but kind of enjoyable in a way, isn't it? It's the sadistic part of me is like, yeah, I enjoyed that a little bit. Doku keeps the ball in City's possession there, gets it back to Gundogan. He's perked up, mate. I know people have got a problem with Gundogan performances this season, but I swear, in recent weeks, months, I would say, since Christmas, he's been all right, Gundogan. I really think he's been okay, and he's looking perky. I think that's a good description of him. Perky, not brilliant. He's not like ripping up trees. Strong that from Nico Gonzalez. Strong tackle. Love that from Nico. Jack, mate, what are you talking about? I absolutely love him. Jeff's like my #1 fan in here. Like, Jeff's the one who hooked us up. Absolutely love what you on about, mate. Also, don't know. Florist, I would like to know that myself. I don't know the reason behind that. Maybe he's looking for a tactical view, or maybe he heard there was a protest and wanted to add one more voice to the crowd, and he's in there with a megaphone. Do you know what I mean? Those megaphone fans that orchestrate the other fans. I do like them. Do you reckon our English fans are going to start getting wild? What's the team in America, Jack? Mr. I hate American football and everything to do with America. Absolutely incorrect, sir. What's the team? Is it? It begins with S. I'm sure it's the team that begins with S. In America, in the MLS, they're green. Hang on, ball in. They're green and they chop down trees in the stands, and they have some bloke with a chainsaw behind the goal. What's the team? There you go. Seattle Sound. I knew they began with S. Seattle Sounders. There we go. See, that's fucking mental. I love that. That's just mental. Nottingham Forest fans are incredibly offended by your fan base, by the Seattle Sounders. Can you imagine that derby? Imagine if Nottingham Forest went for a friendly against Seattle Sounders and there was a guy chopping down trees like like that. And the Forest are like, oh, fucking chopping down a forest, mate. Is that what it is? I had no idea. I didn't realise he was getting a one-match touchline ban at all. Appreciate the information, Grump. Great name, by the way. I take it you're 57 years old and you're a grumpy individual. What? Portland Timbers? Jeff, mate, I thought it was Seattle Sounders. Who's the guy with the chainsaw, then? There's a guy with a chainsaw. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's a bloke with a chainsaw. It's off his head. Anyway, Marmouche won a free kick. 20 minutes in, City deserved their lead. No, it's lost. It gave away a free kick, sorry. 0 goals scored in the last 600 minutes in the Premier League for Leicester. Pretty bad. One 0 Saints. No way. I think the three going down, the three in the relegation zone are going down at this point. I think they're done, really, aren't they? Let's be honest. Ball gone out there for a goal kick. We were in a bit of trouble there, but Vardiol did okay in the end. It was he had to do a bit of defending there. He got to the byline, Daka, but overran it out for a goal kick to City. Is it? Definitely doesn't look like him. I'm sure he's got better things to do. They're facing Crystal Palace, so yeah, it's not really relevant to us, to be honest, Southampton. Savinho, again, chops it back. Same move as before. This time dinks it back post. No one in there, though. That would have been a Haaland cross. That would have been. Haaland must be watching that infuriated, saying, like, why do you never do that for me when I'm on the pitch? That was a proper Haaland cross. Would have gone right onto his head. And if it was the same Haaland that turned up at the Vitality Stadium, it would have gone 4 yards past the post. Because he was pants against Bournemouth, wasn't he? He had a bad... He still scored, in fairness to him. He still scored, but not a great first half. Doku to the byline. Chops it back. Leicester almost causing their own problem there. Not actually clearing the ball. Eventually tried to do a little nutmeg, giving it away. Jack Grealish has got it. Pissing about with it, Leicester at the back there, trying to... nutmeg Nico O'Reilly. Daka was trying to come out. He's just giving it away. Their own worst enemies here, Leicester, at times. Gundo dinks it into nobody. Are you actually... This is... You're playing well. This is like... This is bloody good. Sothella's like absolutely buzzing with the performance. We're actually playing really well. I don't think you are, mate. But, I mean, that's how bad you've been in previous games, that you're actually playing really well. That's amazing. It's not been a great season, has it? Even from the neutral, you know, because the three that are in the relegation zone, they're going down. They're gone, really. The league's done with what they called Liverpool. They've done it. They've won the league. These sort of games are all that's left in terms of like jeopardy. What's left to win? A spot in the top 4 and a spot in the top 5. Even Forest are starting to like cement their place in the top 3. And there's a gap growing between 4th and 3rd. And Forest are like almost uncatchable now. I did have a little belief that we could even catch them, but that's dwindled since they beat United yesterday. And it's, for me, I think it's going to be Brighton, Newcastle, Chelsea and City are the 4 sides now that are going to be the 4 that are going to fight for those 2 spots in 4th and 5th. And with Newcastle having a game in hand, 1 point behind. I don't actually know who their game in hand is against because they're playing Brentford tonight, but that won't go down as their game in hand. I'm not actually sure who it's against. If you could let me know in the chat, that would be good. But they've got the confidence of winning an FA Cup. Sorry, a League Cup, not an FA Cup, a League Cup. Something, I mean, silverware right now. But you're hoping it's like kind of like a hangover, like they've done their job a little bit and they're like not, their fans are not going to expect them to get into the referee there with a bit of a shit decision in all honesty. Jeremy Doku was away there. Not sure what he saw there. Indeed, he's gone down, but didn't see much there. Wrong with the tackle because it was Doku who was away then. I'm not sure about that referee. Jack Grealish did very little to put Ndidi on his arse, but he blows the whistle. Is it their game in hand against Leicester? Fuck's sake. So we need them to lose another game. Bloody Flecken. Could do with him putting in a performance tonight against Newcastle. Oh... You're absolutely right. Or he's about to be. He's about to be. He's come out of his position and the cross is rubbish. It's got to be a goal kick, that, surely. Terrible cross. But yeah, something I'm interested in seeing is Gvardiol actually getting tested. I saw a lot of people giving him credit for the 0.00 XG that we conceded, didn't concede against Bournemouth in the second half. I don't think it was Gvardiol. I think it was genuinely the players in front of him that stopped, because we didn't really have any defending to do. There was some moments. It's not like he did nothing. He won a few aerial duels and was simple in his football. He didn't do anything like, wow, what a bit of defending that was from Gvardiol. There was nothing to defend in that second half because I think we controlled the game, and anytime we lost the ball, we won it back really quickly. I thought Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne worked their socks off. And I mean, if you go and look at the player ratings from that game, the day after, when I made my player ratings video, you can see the number of tackles that both of those players put in. 6 each. 6. Kevin De Bruyne with 6 tackles. When does Kevin De Bruyne make tackles? He might get 1, maybe 2 per game, but 6 he made. And I'm not surprised he didn't start this game today because, I mean, he's been playing a lot of football recently. Kevin De Bruyne. He played both games in the international break before the Bournemouth game, and then he played the full 90 minutes against Bournemouth. So yeah, no, I don't think this was the game for him. With all due respect to Leicester, I don't think we need him for this game. Nico O'Reilly, though, here he comes, coming forward. Oh, he nearly tried to thread Marmoush through on goal. You could see the intention was there, but another purposeful drive from Nico O'Reilly, showing a bit of confidence. He's not afraid to get the ball in front of him and start pushing forward. You just wonder if he's going to get the game time when everyone's fit. Do you know what I mean? Jack Grealish leaves the ball there to the... tried to dummy it, get out of the way. And it's been cleared. Leicester have got a free kick as well. Fucking... The carpet in here, by the way, is so shaggy. Like, it's new carpet and you can't move the chair on it because it's so thick and shaggy. It's like fucking quicksand. There's nothing quick about quicksand, by the way. It's incredibly slow. Why is it quick? It's the slowest sand ever. They've given it away, Leicester. Nico Gonzalez could have played in Marmoush standing. He's fuming, Marmoush. I don't know why he didn't play him in there. There was a real opportunity for him. You just didn't see him. But Marmoush's frustration was visible there. You're hoping he can, you know, we need him to do well tonight to really like give us that confidence that we haven't got Haaland and in steps a player to do the business for us. And in the absence of Haaland, I mean, there's only really one option because we've got no Alvarez anymore. Ball in. Cleared. Oh, pissing about with it. It's broken. It's 2-0 and it's Marmoush. Marmoush makes it 2-0 to Manchester City. Just as I was saying. Just as I was fucking getting the back of the net. Come on, City. What are they doing at the back, Leicester, though? Absolute calamity from Hermansen, who crashes into Faust, I think it was. And they crash into each other. The ball breaks to Marmoush with an open goal. And he almost misses it, to be fair. He smashes it off the bar, places it right in the postage stamp. Top corner, top bins, 2-0, Manchester City. What were they doing here, Leicester? It was a bit of a hopeful ball in, really. Very easy to deal with. Nico Gonzalez with a... It was a bad ball in, actually, from Nico Gonzalez. The keeper's coming out. Communication was non-existent there from Faes and Hermansen, who just bundle into each other. The ball breaks to Marmoush, who can't really miss, and nearly did, to be honest. He hit the bar as it goes into the back of the net. It clips the bar. 2-0. Sorry, mate. I feel for you. I feel for you. You'll go back and smash up the Championship. Let me know, do you want Ruud van Nistelrooy to be your manager in the Championship? And there's nothing worse than what I've just seen right there. Leicester give the ball away within seconds of the retake. You take kick-off, you're 2-0 down, and then you pass it out for a throw-in immediately. I mean, I can only have so much sympathy for you because we need the 3 points, mate. But you do start to wonder if this Leicester side even came to this game today thinking they even had a chance. Because I've seen virtually nothing other than that El Kanouche shot that went past the post. It's been a bit lacklustre. But listen, mate, Manchester City are very good at gift giving this season. We like to give gifts, but here's another one. Marmoush is in, brings it under. Great ball from O'Reilly. Savinho over the bar. What a goal that would have been, by the way. If he keeps that down there, Savinho, and to be honest, he probably should do. Lovely touch from Marmoush. Nico O'Reilly with a first-time ball. 1-2 with Doku. Whipped in by Nico O'Reilly onto the foot of Marmoush, who controls it, brings it down, lays it back to Savinho. Savinho's got to get his head down, get over that, and get it on target. And typical Savinho finish. Over the bar. You're absolutely right. Over the bar it goes. Oh, William, mate, thank you very much for the super chat. Look at them, gone red. It's hot in here. It's hot. I haven't got a fan either. Good question. I mean, they've not really played together much, have they? I'd like to see them play more together. And I presume you're talking about Marmoush and Haaland. But obviously we're not going to see that probably until the FIFA Club World Cup at the earliest now, by the sounds of it. Nico O'Reilly is storming in with a header there. Excuse me. But yeah, as a partnership, we've not seen it. But as two individual players, can you think of two strikers in the world that are at one club right now that are better than Haaland and Marmoush? Get in the chat, let me know. Can you think of any? Intercepted, given away by Hermansen again. Leicester, what are they doing at the back here? Savinho to the byline, cuts it across to Marmoush. Got to be. And it's cleared off. How was that cleared off the liner? There's a couple of players, a couple of Leicester bodies just in the way on the line. What are they doing at the back here, Leicester? Marmoush wins it again. Jamie Vardy, I think that was, who got annoyed. The Red Bulls kicked in for Jamie Vardy. He's come back, got himself a yellow card. He's pissed off. He's going to have another swig. Red Bull. Maybe a fag, and might kick a few City players once he's had that. But Marmoush is down here. That's a proper dead leg, that is. He's absolutely snapped him as well. Yeah, he's kneed him right in the arse. Right in the arse. It's a proper dead leg. It's a yellow card as well for Jamie Vardy. You're thinking that was moments before, and it wasn't off the line, actually. It was on the edge of the 6-yard box. And it was Wout Faes who clears it with his chest. But yeah, good question. I don't know. Best duo in the world. Any more you can think of? Yeah, I mean, obviously that's one. I think those two probably edge it. I wouldn't go with Endrick, but I would go with Mbappe and Vinny. Not really strikers out. Vinny isn't anyway, and Mbappe probably is a bit more of a number 9 than any one of those front three out of Rodrigo, Vinny and Mbappe. But Haaland's just like absolute number 9. And Marmoush is, yeah, he was at Eintracht Frankfurt, very much a number 9. Nice one, Duxter. Appreciate it. Free kick to City from the absolute assault from Jamie Vardy. Gundogan whips it in, back post, controlled by Gvardiol, and his shot's, cross is blocked. Marmoush with another effort, blocked again. I mean, it should be 3-0 before half-time. I expect City to get a third here before half-time because the chances we are getting here, and that's a penalty, is it not? That's got to be a penalty. Doku's gone down here. The City players are surrounding the referee. That should be a penalty. Waiting for VAR to get involved, no doubt, but that looked like a penalty to me. That looked like a PK. Ho-ho. Let's have another look at this again. It was James Justin who steps in. I'm not sure he'll get it. It's because Doku tried to cross the ball after. If Doku just goes down, if he just goes down without crossing the ball, because he got swiped and Doku sort of half went down and crossed the ball in the process. And because of that, it looked like it wasn't that much of a foul. So I don't think he's going to give that. And it looks like he's not. Corner ball. Isa's not having it. Corner ball in, whipped in. Hermansen clears it, punches it. And Doku's keeping it alive for City. Oh, come on. Doku's played well. Everything he's done so far. Here you go. Nunes to the byline. It's for Savinho. Oh, what a goal that would have been. This time on target from Savinho. At least he's hitting the target. He's hitting the target. Forced a save from Hermansen. 1-2 with Jack Grealish. And I think, was it Nunes? Or was it Gundo? No, it was Gundo. 1-2 with Jack Grealish and Gundogan. Gundogan to the byline. Left foot. Drags it back to Savinho, who's waiting. The only man really he could have aimed for. Finds him. Left foot drive, looking for the top corner. Hermansen makes the save. Yeah, he seems all right, Danny. He was limping a bit earlier. I didn't want to say anything because I was just pretending we're not going to lose him as well. But you're right. He seems all right. He seems all right. Ball into the near post and Jamie Vardy nods it out for another corner. I'd like to get a third before half-time because I think that would kill the game at this point. Because 2-0, nowhere near finished. Nowhere near finished. And don't forget, this side were 3-0 up against Feyenoord with 15 minutes to go. And we drew 3-3. So, even then, I'm not convinced. It's hard to trust them. But they've been by far and away the better side in this game. They've controlled it from start to finish. Referee's having a word with someone here. It's Boubakary Samare. But yeah, big up Danny boy. Thanks for tuning in, mate. I'm glad he's all right. Yeah, absolutely do. Yeah, please do hit the like button, everybody. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Thank you very much for tuning in to Typical City. Ball in. Hermansen collects it again. I want a beer, mate. I want a beer. But I've kind of just restricting myself to water today. Plus my throat's going because my little girl's giving me a cough that... Well, it's a sore throat at the minute. It's going to turn into a cough. Leicester player goes down there, gets in the way. I'm not sure that was a free kick, but Savino on the edge of the area. Shot is blocked again. On the rebound, he can get another effort. Just brings it under his control. Goes back to Gundogan. Grealish, little 1-2, gets it back. It really should be 3-0 at this point with the chances we've created. A half-time team talk can change a lot for Manchester City this season, though. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Who was that? Was that Gattuso, the manager? Such a good little meme, that, wasn't it? Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. That was so good, that is. That's City. He's literally describing City this season. Oh. Yeah, Bournemouth losing. They've fallen off a little bit, haven't they? They lose to Ipswich at home, having just got knocked out of the FA Cup. They weren't convincing in their form before we went into that game. Yet everyone goes on about bloody Bournemouth like they're at like the top of the fucking league. You know, I think it's the size of the club is why people give them so much credit. Because they're such a small club with a small, 11,000 capacity at Vitality Stadium. And people go on about them like they're absolutely sensational. They're fucking mid-table. Like, they've been drawing and losing a lot of games recently, actually. Here you go. Doku, ball in. Oh, it's edge of the area. Nico Gonzalez lays it over to Savinho. Still on the edge of the area. Going further away from goal here, but we're keeping it alive. Vardiol. You can't handle it, you're lightweight. I feel like that's reverse psychology. Duxter's trying to get me shit-faced to embarrass myself. Corner ball again to City. Good point, Robert. Good point. Who's been player of the half so far? Who's been your player of the half? I think Marmoush has got a goal, but he's not done much outside of the goal. He's been nice, a couple of nice touches. I think Savinho's been all right. A tiny good ball from Jack Grealish. Here he is. Savinho lays it off to Marmoush. And then Marmoush smashes it over the bar. Over the bar. Left foot. Good 20, 30 yards over the bar. Jack's been good. Jack's been good. He's got himself a goal as well. He has, LB. Nico Gonzalez has been solid. But I wouldn't give him man of the match so far. Purely, that's the difficult nature of being in a defensive position, in it. When you're in midfield or a defender, if you're not scoring, it's difficult to get headlines. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of who's been playing well, Nico Gonzalez he hasn't put a foot wrong, has he? He's been absolutely solid. We could get a third here. Marmoush, back to Savinho. Oh, gee, how is this not 3-0, man? Like, fucking hell. We've got it. Oh, must have been offside in there. But Savinho and Marmoush have been linking up. I've been impressed with Doku as well, I actually think. I mean, none of them have played badly. They've all played really well. I think there's been nothing to do. Vardiol's not done anything because he's had nothing to do. Same for Ruben Diaz. Nico O'Reilly, quiet, but, you know, one little run I thought was quite purposeful. Nunes, again, some nice touches. Nothing negative really to speak about. He went in the first few minutes. I think he went through the back of someone to try and win an aerial duel, and he just made a complete pig's ear of it. Just jumped on his back. Nearly given away, though, there by Gundogan. Vardiol steps in. That's good, mate. That's good, because you've had nothing to do, Vardiol, all game, and you switched on. You're alert. Gundogan, well, he didn't really mean to do it. Just came off Gundogan and nearly sent Ndidi away there. But Vardiol was switched on, stepped across, cleared it for a throw-in. Important, that. Little things like that matter at this level, you know, because one goal for Leicester, and this game flips on its head at any moment. Tyler's happy with Gundo's performance. I'm going to give it Jack so far because I think he's got himself a goal and he's been involved in some really nice little 1-2s that I've been impressed with. Savinho's probably been the most involved player out of everyone. The most touches, the most dribbles and things like that. But he's also been a little bit hit and miss with his finishing and his actual balls into the box. His end product still up for debate. He's definitely on end product watch at the minute. But the Marmoush and Savinho, they've been linking up really well. It's a nice chilled game, this. Sorry, Sethella, mate, but Leicester have been the perfect opponents for City to face right now. I'd say they're the perfect opponent for everyone to face because you're not scoring any goals, mate, and you're conceding goals and chances by the bagful at the minute, aren't you? And you've gifted us most of our goals, to be fair. We didn't really, I mean, it was a giveaway for both, wasn't it? It was a catastrophe for the second goal where your goalkeeper and Hermansen and Fars collide with each other. And you gave it away for the first goal. Gundogan's gone down here, holding his knee. Doesn't look happy. We've got Kovacic on the bench, haven't we? Have we? Yeah, we have. Big up Professional Idiot, mate. What's going on? LB Watchalong cooked. What does that mean? Big up to LB and anyone who's watching because they came here from LB's, but I didn't realise that if there's a problem, I hope you can sort it out. I've had it happen to me many a time. Well, early days at least. Where it just goes tits up. It happens. It happens. I remember you now, Professional Idiot, because you're a proper long-time servant of the City content community, really. You've been around for bloody ages. Because I remember back in the City Extra days, you were dropping donations when I used to watch that. Oh, no! Ball over and it's cleared. Nodded in. Just a throw-in out of nothing. 2 minutes. What seconds remaining before half-time and it could have been 2-1. What a bag of shit that would have been. Fuck me. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like button if you've just tuned in. Massively helps. Can we get to 500 before half time? It's a ridiculous request because we're on 400 and something. And there's 10 seconds to go. So Newcastle are winning. No. Big up Sethella, mate. I love the fact that no one's being snide to you. Everyone's looking after you. Because we're City fans, mate. We're all nice people. Deep down, we're good-hearted people. You treat us with respect and we'll treat you with respect. Half time. Right, Sethella, go fuck yourself. No, I'm joking. Newcastle are winning. Shit. Bollocks, man. That's it, Clara. That's what we need, man. That's what we need today. Because it would almost, with all due respect to Leicester and Sethella, it would be a bit embarrassing to concede a goal today, wouldn't it? You know, they've not scored in over 600 minutes of Premier League football. And it would be typical City to be the ones to concede it. What's your most typical City moment ever? You know, if you're alive to when you understood what the typical City meaning means, I'm sure you know what it means if you're even a casual City fan. I'm sure you know what it means. But I think the most typical City moment, I mean, some of it goes back before we were, most of us were even watching, but I can't remember what year it was. I think, was it the 20s or was it the 30s? In the 1930s when City won the league and then, this is genuinely true, they got, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I get any of these facts wrong, correct me. But we won the league 1 year and then the next year we got relegated while scoring 100 goals. How? That doesn't even make sense. But apparently those are the facts. Like, that's how crazy football was back then. Because everyone was like, oh, what's the score today, Jimmy? Oh, it was 12-8. Oh, was it? 12-8. Was it a quiet day then? Was it a casual game of football today? It was only the 12 scored at one end and the 8 in the other end. Yeah, it was a bit of a shit game, really. Hopefully we can score 16 next week. Yeah, that'll be a good game. Do you know what I mean? Back in the day, back in the 30s, that's what it used to be like. But that was proper typical City, man. Big M. Big M. I know, mate. I know, Harry. I'm aware of it. And I'm devastated. I'm devastated. Is that true, Gary? 1936. Unbelievable, mate. That is the epitome of typical City. Yeah, that was a big... I was there, mate. Was it Jimmy Bullard? Was it Jimmy Bullard who scored? Was it a penalty from Jimmy Bullard and Roy Hodgson was just like his little T-Rex arms going at the touchline, fucking. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Jimmy Bullard. Oh yeah, timer. Also, I need a piss because I've been absolutely boshing the water. 45. Where's the clock? I'm totally lost here. Streams all over the place. Plus, I've moved the TV. Last game I watched there. So this time I'm here. And it's all a bit... I'm still all over the place. Still getting used to streaming from here. But right, all right, chill out. Chill out. Have a chat with the chair. Let me tell you what the chair says. Do you want the chair wrap? I've got the chair wrap still in here, you know. Do you want the chair wrap? I'll give you the chair wrap. Should we go back to it? It's going to have this stupid bit where... yeah, anyway, let's do it. I think this might work. Right. I think it might work. I haven't got a hat, though. It's got no gold chain or snapback hat to wear or anything, but let's see what the chair's got to wrap. Let's see. It might not even work. I'll be back in a minute.
Guys, it's me again. The chair. I've got something I wanted to say.
Scratch that. I've got some bars I wanted to spit. Finally, Johnny's gone for a wee relief. Now I can breathe, come please Febreze me. This is a cry for help, I'm the chair of despair. Let me talk like Kev when no one fucking cared. Seems like a nice guy, but that's just a facade. I'm exposing him like Kyle Walker's cock at the bar. Wish I had a fitty like L. Brooker's my own, and not this loner, stroking his boner over Sean Goats. So who leaves floats in his own home? He's a pain in the dick, call him John Kidney Stones. A clone of Goldbridge, a pity he's less witty. I support his fat ass more than he supports City. You think he's on his piss break? The truth is obscene, cause he slashes at his decks. That's the real live stream. Sprays all over the rug like rugby sprays passes. That's the start, then he farts, nasty ass guesses. What he's doing right now would leave you gobsmacked, cause the turd he's curling's long as Erling's contract. And that's when he starts half time's next phase, and he feeds his rag missus who he keeps in a cage in a half and half scarf. He just kicks in the mirror. I think his records too, could he be any shitter? He slides to his shrine of pep that's next door, and he cries or has a whack depending on the score. A potty mouth prick, his profanity's foul, and his ears are so red he needs a sanitary towel. Bad advice he's giving it, crap opinions he's bringing it, underpants he's ripping it, just like Docker he's winging it. And at full time when he's finished shit talking, he pretends I'm a wheelchair and he's Stephen Hawking. The skanky man's back, the slovenly mockery. Pray for me, cause I know that he never wiped properly. Oh shit, shh, he's coming back, he's coming back, he's coming back.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Oh, the chair wrap. That was good, man. I enjoyed making that. But, yeah, that's a bit of typical City heritage, that is, right there. It's gone down as a classic moment on typical City. Some of you might never have even seen that. Some of you, that might have been the first time you've ever seen that, which must be fantastic for you. But yeah, last time I had a snapback. Oh, fucking hell. Just seen an absolute leg breaker of a tackle. Is he given a red card for that? Liverpool, Everton. No red card given. But big up, Professor, mate. Thank you very much for the kind donation. Thanks, mate. Big up, Mackie and Isa. Oh, mate. Do you know, I quietly... Big up, Gary. I quietly want Liverpool to win the league ahead of Arsenal. I don't want any fuck-ups now, you know, because the idea of them, Arsenal, winning the league, surely they're done. Surely they're done. They can't win it. I'm glad you enjoyed the church. Did you not see it the first time, mate? You might have missed the first one. I need to come up with some more stuff. I'll come up with some more stuff for the chair. Or just I've always got something. It's just like, you know, you can't do it on a week by week basis because it takes time to come up with things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not something you can do on a regular basis. Every game a different rap. Like it wouldn't. You have to think about them because believe it or not, it wasn't freestyled. So Vasco, mate, appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much, mate. You've been such a loyal supporter of Typical City for quite some time as well now, mate. So big up to you. Big up to you, big time. And again, Professor, thanks massively appreciated. Much appreciated for the time you give always. And you, mate, you're giving me your time. Do you know what I mean? And you. You're sat here giving me your time. It's a two-way street, this. Absolutely. But, yeah, I wouldn't be here without you, would I? Otherwise, it would be pretty pointless. So, massively appreciate you. After Pep, would you take De Zerbi to coach City? No. You know what? Like 3 or 4 years ago, he was in the conversation, wasn't he? He was in the conversation. But mainly when he was at the peak of his Brighton squad, when Brighton were really like, no one wanted to face them. De Zerbi's side, he got the right amount of intensity. I just don't think the club would appoint someone with his temperament because I think he's too hot-headed. I'm not sure he's good enough for winning the dressing room and keeping the dressing room one. You know what I mean? He loses dressing rooms is a track record that's starting to be associated with him. And, you know, he lost the Brighton dressing room, if rumours are to be believed. So, yeah, I'm not convinced. I think there was a moment where his tactics were fantastic. But he was found out even at Brighton that in his final, 6 months at Brighton, they started to lose and lose badly. So, yeah, it felt like a bit of a flash in the pan sort of manager for me. And I'm not convinced the long-term ability of De Zerbi is the answer, really. But in terms of who else, I don't know. I mean, who's to replace? I've always said City should get a steady manager in to find someone a bit more long-term. And I've always said, and it's completely against the style of football, would be Carlo Ancelotti, you know, to bring in someone who's almost guaranteed to get the respect of the players that are there. He would play a very different style of football to what we're used to. I think a lot of City fans would like that. I think some City fans now are bored of the style of football Pep's playing. I know there are people now who want Pep out now. Today, they would want Pep gone. There are still people who want Pep gone. And would probably take Carlo Ancelotti in a heartbeat. I just think he's probably a safe person because the reason I say his name is because he's the sort of captain that would steady the ship because it's going to rock that ship when Pep goes. It's going to be a bit bumpy. It's going to be a bumpy ride, as David Moyes found out when Fergie left. And is it Unai Emery was straight after Arsene Wenger, wasn't he? So, yeah, equal sort of problem where it was just difficult to steady the ship after a long-serving manager. Slot is kind of debunking what I've just said there, really, because Klopp was pretty long term, and then a new manager comes in and wins them the bloody league straight away. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see if Slot can do that next season, and if he's a bit of a Conte at Chelsea situation, because Conte came in at Chelsea and won the league straight away, didn't he? And then next season got found out. And then he became this hot-headed manager that ended up being manager of Spurs and kicking off on Daniel Levy. So, yeah, there is plenty of flash-in-the-pan managers, and the Premier League is notoriously difficult to get managers to come in and, first of all, win the league once. That's an impressive achievement if you can even do that. And then to do it again, you know, and maintain a level of success to the likes of, obviously, Fergie in terms of longevity. Fergie's like the longest serving than Wenger. But Pep, isn't he the third now? I'm pretty sure Pep's third in longest serving manager. Well, at least one that wins league titles, I'm pretty sure, you know. And yeah, I mean, unbelievable. So I think there would be a little bit of a whoa sort of moment when he goes, get Ancelotti in to keep it cool, probably bag a few trophies, and then look at someone like Xabi Alonso maybe as someone who could be at the club again for another 5-6 years stint, where he could play a brand of football that's long-term sustainable and also wins trophies, you know. But even he still has question marks, because you could start to say, is he a flash in the pan? But it was a big flash, wasn't it? A very big flash in the pan. Some people will say he's only done it because he's got Florian Wirtz. Some people will say because Pep apparently only did it because he had Messi. You know, people say these things, you know, so... Yeah, I thought what he did was incredible. Xabi Alonso in the Bundesliga. I personally think I would like him from what I saw in that one season. His composure, his aura, man. He's got swagger, hasn't he? Xabi Alonso. He's tactically very astute. Albeit they're not winning the league this year. They're still playing good football. And Bayern Munich have just stepped it up a notch. What about Company? Would you take Company? Again, I think it needs to be... Winning the league with Bayern isn't a massive... thing, is it? You know, I'm not convinced by that as a thing to say, yeah, brilliant, what a top manager, you know, because I mean, Pep did it and did it pretty emphatically. Pep did, but he never got the respect for doing it with Bayern, did he? And it's understandable, because the competition between second team, who's going to challenge you, and Bayern Munich, there's a massive gap between Bayern and everyone else. So yeah, that's why what Xabi Alonso did so impressive. But, yeah, anyway, I don't know. Very long-winded answer I gave you there, wasn't it? Mr. Wright, thank you very much for the super chat. Is it bad that I only want City to win by no more than three goals so I can win my bet? It is a $300 bet, though. No, it's not wrong. I understand. That's winning, at least winning. Yeah, you want us to win. Love the streams and thanks as always, mate. Massively appreciate that. No, mate, I understand. There's been moments where I've been got an accumulator on the go, and I've wanted City to stop scoring. They didn't. I can't remember when it was, but there's been moments where I've been like, right, chill out now, stop scoring. Oh, fucking hell, game's about to get underway. There was absolutely no warning there whatsoever. Just straight into a game. Marmouche is going to kick us off. Any substitutions? Can't see... And we're off. Second half is underway. Just checking to see if there's any cheeky subs. It's only 2-0, you know. So this game is like, I'm acting like we've done this and it's comfortable. It's not, though, is it? There's a long way to go here. Nagelsmann, Professor. There's been strong links with him lately, and I'm not convinced by that one either. Apparently he's a bit... argumentative, very young as well, isn't he? But he's got somewhat of a good record, but I do feel like the rumours are that he also falls out with players. It's my way or the highway, which I respect as a manager. It should be your way or the highway as a manager. It's Pep's way or the highway. It was Fergie's way or the highway. It's how it always should be. It's just how you go about giving that message. You know, if you upset the apple cart too much, you know, was it worth the message to begin with? Nico O'Reilly. Into Jack Grealish. Appreciate the super chat though, Professor, mate. Thank you, mate. So even though the protest has taken place, I'm not sure the stadium was full anyway. Maybe they've not turned up as a protest at all. Jeremy Doku, look at him. He's concrete. He's Mr. Concrete. Justin just bounced off him then. Giving away. Leicester giving it away. Jack Grealish into the penalty area. Got to shoot, mate. Shoot! That's a penalty, is it not? That's got to be a penalty. Jack Grealish just had his feet taken out from underneath him then. It looked like he was about to shoot. I'm surprised they didn't shoot earlier, to be honest. But the delay in Jack Grealish's shot there surely would have resulted... I mean, I need to see it back, but it looked like he was just upended there from behind while he was about to pull the trigger. Still no signs of VAR getting involved, though. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button if you haven't already. Please do. Interesting. We should see how Iniesta does in his first few years as a coach. And if he is good, we should get him. Yeah, one to keep an eye on. Definitely going to be cut from the same cloth as Pep Guardiola. Cloth and Guardiola. Definitely. Keep an eye on him. But it's just a case of that, isn't it? That's all it can be at this point. You can't make assumptions that he's going to be good just because he was managed by Pep Guardiola. Although I've said it many, many times on this channel, the actual number of players that have once been coached by Pep Guardiola that went on to become managers is a growing list. It's exponentially growing, that list. And more men are being added to that list as more than capable coaches. Maresca, Vincent Kompany, Mikel Arteta. I feel like Fernandinho will soon be a coach in the City staff, and you wonder if he could go on to do great things. You almost want him to not be that good, so he can stay as a coach rather than become an elite manager. You know, managing a top tier football side like Arsenal with Mikel Arteta. You know, he became that good, he had to leave us. Maresca became that good, he had to leave us. So you want them to be really good, but don't get too good where you leave. Like, do you know what I mean? And maybe Fernandinho could be that guy. Doku. But yeah, Iniesta could well be that, mate. He could well be one of them. Could be one of them. No penalty. You're absolutely right, Lemelieur. No penalty. Sorry, I didn't really... answer your question there, Harry, did I? But no, it looked like it should have been. They've not even shown a replay or anything. But the fact that VAR, normally it doesn't take more than 30 seconds, does it? VAR have a look at it, and if it's obvious, here we go, they're showing it now. It's hard to see. The Leicester player sort of went across the camera. I couldn't really see it. It looked like a very soft one, but it looked like a Leicester player like just about stepped onto like the side of Jack Grealish's boot and like moved his boot a little bit. But I'd be annoyed if that was a given against us. Put it that way. That's the way you should always look at penalties and whether they should be penalties or not. Imagine it being the other way around. Would you be pissed off? I would be pissed off if that penalty was given against us because it wasn't much in it. But I don't think Jack Grealish would have done that air shot had there not been some sort of intervention, and he didn't win the ball, so I don't know. You've seen him give him. I've seen him give him, put it that way. That old chestnut, seen him given. O'Reilly into Jack Grealish. Doku. Down this left-hand side, Jeremy Doku with a bit of shimmy, shimmy, yah, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay. Slowed it down, though. It's good to see Grealish and Doku on the pitch at the same time, by the way. When's the last time we saw that? It's always been one or the other, hasn't it? They've been linking up okay, actually. That's a foul, referee. Nico Gonzalez has gone down here, holding it. Looks like another dead leg. He's back on his feet though, limping, but he's up. That's just an impact one. You're hoping he can walk that off. Good ball into Marmouche from Nunes there, but the touch lets him down, and Leicester are going to clear it. Ooh, Trashford has scored 1-0 against Brighton. That's good, really. We want Villa to win, really. They're further behind than Brighton are. Brighton are hot on our heels. We're 1 point behind Brighton are, whereas Villa, I think they're 2-3 points behind us. Down in, are they 9th, if I remember rightly? So they're further away, less of a danger. So if you had to pick a winner out of the Villa-Brighton game, you'd probably go Villa. Playing good, playing all right. The question is, is it because Leicester are so pants as to why we're winning? Probably. A little bit of both. I don't think we've played badly. I think we've beaten Leicester with some good enough football to get the goals we deserve. We deserve more than 2. Some of the goals we should have scored were through good quality football from... Vardiol's pissing around with it. He's giving it away here. Leicester, thankfully, he's slowed it down, though, because El Kanous then could have ran down that right side. But Vardiol's got a switch on there. A bit dilly-dallying on the ball in centre-back. Just didn't know what to do with it and ended up doing nothing and got caught on it. And Leicester have managed to string a few passes together since then. But Gundogan, with a sensational bit of midfield play to win the ball back. Strong and powerful from Ilkay Gundogan. Wins the ball back and he sent Doku away. Couple of step overs from Doku. Back to Gundogan. Gets it out to Nunes. No one outside of him though, so he's got to come back inside to Gonzalez. Gundo. But yeah, no, I feel like Leicester have been their own worst enemies, but it's not like we don't deserve to be winning though. You know what I mean? It's not like a... what's the phrase? What's the phrase? Something and grab. Smash and grab. It's not one of them. Appreciate that, mate. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? It's a bit annoying. Nah, I remember you, mate. You've been here for ages as well, Le Melieu. Something and grab. Yeah. Grab this. Ipswich still beating Bournemouth. As casual, I feel casual. Do you feel casual? I feel casual. I feel very casual. And it's 2-0. I shouldn't feel this casual. Grealish. Go on, make it 3. Nico O'Reilly, outside of the boot. Look for the Travella finish there. Nico O'Reilly nearly gets on the score sheet. Would have been a Jack Grealish assist if he did. Good play from City. I think it's Vardiol back there, the last man giving a round of applause to his teammates in front of him. City's still got the ball. Oh, mate, Harry, I'm buzzing for it. Nervous, to be honest, because I really want to beat him, man. After the absolute robbery, the Mateus Nunes catastrophe that he did in that final 5 minutes of that game, I can't forget it, man. It was so heartbreaking to lose that game. We were by far the better side, but we just did ourselves in. Again, it was just... It's a familiar story, that game, wasn't it? It was right in the peak of our shitness as well. It was like alongside the Feyenoord game. Lovely little flick there from Jack Grealish. Here you go, Gundogan, edge of the area. Shot, blocked. Left foot drive from Gundogan on the edge of the area. Should have been passing it to Doku, who's out on this left side. And he actually acknowledged that as well. Gundogan by saying sorry to Doku, but I mean, you can see why he had a shot because it opened up for him. But yeah, we got to beat the Rags, man, on Sunday. We got to beat the Rags. The missus is going as well. She's a season ticket holder, so the house will be empty. So I will be full volume. Full volume. Fuck you, Rags. Can't wait for that. I want it to be an absolute trouncing as well. You know what I mean? Like a proper convincing 3-0, something like that. You know what I mean? Where we batter them on the ball and we score plenty of goals. There you are, Nunes. Hold up play there. Thought about the shot from a sort of Vincent Kompany against Leicester as well, actually. It was a sort of, could have been a, Brighton have equalised. I'd take a draw in that game, but, you know, if we can build a gap between Brighton and ourselves, we start to that lovely touch that from Marmoush, who takes it in his stride, tries to cut it back to Savinho. The idea was good, but we've kept it. Nico Gonzalez, Savinho here. We're just in the penalty area with, what, about 8 Leicester players all just waiting to defend the cross that's... And it's given away there by Nunes, but he wins it back with a strong shoulder charge against... is that Victor Christiansen? It is. So Vardy's off, by the way. I think I already mentioned that. If I haven't, Jamie Vardy is off. And it looks like Oliver Skip is on. How good are skips, by the way? Does anyone get a craving for a bag of skips? I bet there'll be loads of people in the chat that have no idea what I'm talking about. Are they a UK brand, Skips? They melt on your tongue, don't they? Crisps. Chips to the Americans watching. Crisps, in other words. They're like these weird little flower-shaped things that like you pop on your tongue and they just melt. And they're like prawn cocktail flavour. But like intense. Intense. What's your favourite crisp? Discos are bloody underrated. They're absolutely coated in... chemicals, but they're delicious. Sort of that Pringle texture, but a little bit harder. They're nice. Oh man, yeah, skips and discos, they're good. Roysters, mate. What a shout. What a shout from DJ N1. Roysters, man. They are elite. You get, the bag sizes are ridiculous though. You get like 4, don't you, in a bag now. A full bag of crisps and you get like 4 crisps and a couple of crumbs. Absolute bollocks amount of quantity. It's like 1/6 of the bag has actually got crisps in it. The rest is just air. But the actual taste is unbelievable. So nice. So nice, man. Yeah, man. Square crisps are good. Salt and vinegar, gotta be. See, Lay's is just Walkers to us. There you go. Marmoush. Savinho. I want a bag of crisps. Jack Grealish to Doku. Across the face of goal. Oh, and it's Marmoush over the bar. That'd have been a great goal. The team football that City are playing right now, Leicester cannot live with us. They can't live with us at the minute. We're knocking it around. We're getting into the penalty area with ease. And it's just that final ball, or the final shot in this case, over the bar. But they're letting us pass it all the way into almost into the 6-yard box. You know, and on the edge of the 6-yard box, Marmoush really, with his left foot, he should be hitting the target there, really. He's smashed it way over the bar. There's a couple of substitutions coming here for Leicester. Has it been disallowed? Interesting. I did have a box of Pringles lying about, but I think I finished them. Yeah, Pringles are good. You can't go wrong with Pringles. He is playing well. I think he needs a bit of credit. Nunes. Hey, here he is. Captain Kringles. The secret Liverpool fan is back. Big up to you, Captain Kringles. How you doing, mate? Oh, Paprika seems to have changed their recipe recently. It used to be paprika until about a week ago. And about a week ago, I've had 2 since. 2 tubes. And I thought one of the tubes, right, I thought it might have been a one-off. Because it tasted weird. The paprika's totally changed. And then I got another tube. And it was continued to be weird. So I don't know whether I've got COVID or something. But it was shit. And I was pissed off. But yeah. The lap goal, eh? He is playing really well. He is playing very well. And it's going to be that next argument. Who's to play. The thing is, Phil Foden has been bang out of form in recent weeks. He did not make a good impact against Bournemouth, did he? He was poor, let's be honest. He came off on the hour mark, which made me think he was going to play in this game because he came off and it was more of a rest thing. But here you go, Jeremy Doku, good bit of defending by Fars there, and he's actually won a goal kick as well. But if it's not Ipswich 2, Bournemouth 0. They are collapsing, mate. They are collapsing. Oscar Bob warming up. Could we see it? Oscar Bob, Bob, Bob. Oscar Bob, Bob, Bob. See, Monster Munch pickled onion. I like the Monster Munch roast beef. That's my go-to for Monster Munch. I do remember him. He's not about anymore. Big up Mullet. I haven't spoke to you tonight. Great result if it stays that way, mate. Big up to you, Jason. Thank you for the super chat. Late to the chat today, but I'm excited to see the team spread their wings a bit without Haaland. And they've done exactly that, Jason. They've done exactly that. I wouldn't say, right, that's it, Haaland's done and we're playing better without him. I think we need to factor in how poor Leicester have been. I think we always need to take that into consideration. Nunes giving it away there. Don't do it again, Nunes. Nods it back to Ederson. And Ederson collects. I was getting worried there. Another Nunes mistake could have been a bloody goal for the opposition. But yeah, I don't want to discredit City too much, but I'm dubious about giving them too much credit because this Leicester side have not been good at all and are very easy to play through. Almost non-existent in defending. And it's kind of what you get with a Ruud van Nistelrooy manager for me, who clearly knows nothing about defending. But the fact that they haven't scored a goal in over 600 minutes of Premier League football makes you worry. Does he know what he's doing at the other end of the pitch? Either. Not sure he knows what he's doing at all, really. Because it's hardly changed. There you go. Nunes out to Savinho. Corner of the edge of the area. Savinho looks like he's going. Was onto his right. He's chopped it back. Gonzalez. Vardiol. Got to get a third here. I'm frustrated. I feel like a third goal would just absolutely kill the spirits of Leicester to the point where it could turn into a 4-5-0. And they just sort of die and the energy levels are just too low and the confidence levels are too low and they just collapse. But the longer this game goes on for, at 2-0, the more it becomes a bit of a precarious situation for City. I think we'll continue to attack. We'll continue to play the way we're playing. It's just, all it takes is a goal. And this game, the atmosphere could change in an instant, man. So we need that third. And we deserve a third. We just got to get it. Savinho. Oh, lovely. Look, that's a foul, referee. Fuck off, man. Savinho's lost his shit as well. He's absolutely fuming. He did one of those, and then he gives away a foul. He did one of those stop and referee the game for the referee type moments where you feel the tug of your shirt and you just stop and go to the referee. And 99 times out of 100, the referee goes, yeah, that's a free kick. And he was. Look, he's getting his shirt pulled. He's had his shorts pulled. He's having every item of clothing pulled. No free kick. Bollocks. And congratulations to Savinho, by the way, to be a baby daddy. Don't manifest any fuckery. Let it play out, brother. Here we go. Here comes the fuckery that have been manifested, because here come Leicester. Jeremy Doku gets back and wins a free kick as well. Thor. I think he's called it Thor. Or Kratos. That's another good Viking name. Ball over the top here for Marmoush to chase, and a bit of awkward defending from Connor Cody has sent that out for a corner, is it? Is it corner? Marmoush sort of gave it away there. I think he could have got a corner if he pretended. His body language suggested that it was a goal kick, but I don't think the referee knew. Perhaps, well, I thought he was on the phone, but he just put his phone to his lips. Ragnar. It's a good one. Goal for Brentford. Is it really? Oh, Bournemouth back in the game, though. Just as one bit of good news comes in, a slightly shit bit of news comes in right behind it from Epic Goalie. Magnus. See, I just think of a chess player now. What's his name? What's that chess player? Magnus something. Can't remember. He is on the bench. And I'm hoping to see him today. That's it. Magnus Carlsen. I do like a Magnum, though. The adverts always do you, don't they, man? The sound of the crunch in the Magnum adverts sounds like a fucking tree's fallen down. Do you know what I mean? A lot of food talk tonight. I'm bloody hungry now. I had my dinner well early as well. Do you know what I had? Like the full-grown adult that I am. I had fish fingers, chips and peas. Bloody brilliant. It was as well. Absolutely layered in salt and vinegar. Nico O'Reilly coming down the left. Ball into Jack Grealish. Jack gets it wrong. Probably for the first time of the game, really. He's had a good game so far, but looking for Jeremy Doku, doesn't quite get it right. Right, now the game's, what are we, 70 minutes in. Who's your man of the match now? I still think, because Jack Grealish just made a mistake, which is why I've asked the question. But I still believe Jack, for me, just edges it. Savinho's frustrated me, because I think he's been, like I said, the first half, the most involved. He just needs to get a goal, doesn't he? Like, he's gotten himself an assist, in fairness to him. Ball across from Doku into the hands of Hermansen. He got his assist, didn't he? He's laid it on for Jack Grealish, in fairness to Savinho. So he has got himself an A, if you are interested in the G and A, which is what it's all about. Oh, Vardiol went flying in with a slide tackle after a heavy touch. Luckily, who was it? Was it El Canuse or Ndidi just jumped over the tackle there, but he was studs up, went flying in there. Vardiol. A couple of dodgy moments from Vardiol in the second half. Luckily, it's come to nothing to actually worry about, but a couple of dodgy touches at the back. Injured. He did his knee in the Bournemouth game, mate. A pot noodle butty, low fat, mo fat. I've never had a pot noodle butty. What's that like? Does it go well with the bread? What happens to the bread? Does it not just become just pure soggy bread? Giving it nearly Leicester pissing about with it at the back again. Still 2-0 though. Jack Grealish does really well to bring the ball out of the air there and actually get it back to Gundogan. Gundogan's played well. He's been quiet in this second half, Gundogan. He had that shot with his left foot that was blocked. But I still think he's been pulling strings, just nice and steady. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm curious, low fat, mo fat. What the hell happens with the bread after a pot noodle is introduced to the bread? Jamie's gone under. It's madness. Mullet's buzzing though, so it looks like a bit of a Marmite situation. Bit of a 50-50. Kaz has fish fingers and new potatoes. Amir likes testicles for dinner. Chips and gravy. You can't go wrong with chips and gravy, mate. Bloody brilliant. Chips and gravy. Chips and gravy. Paul, mate, that's very kind. Very kind words, mate. Massively appreciate that. Free kick, ball in, back post, and it's knocked away for a corner to City by Luke Thomas at the back post for Leicester. Another corner for City. Have we had that many? I say another. No, we've had 5. There you go. 5 corners. I said it like we've had loads. I didn't feel like we've had that many. 5's like a normal amount, really, isn't it? Pies are nice. That's such a good sentence. Pies are nice. They are absolutely nice. I think everyone likes a flavour of pie, don't they? I don't know anyone who doesn't like a flavour, even if it's a dessert pie, like an apple pie. Corner taken short. Jack Grealish out to Savinho. Nunes back to Savinho. 18 minutes to go. Savinho ball in. And Hermansen punches it clear. Marmoush brings it under control, gets it back to Nunes, out to Jack Grealish. Prodding and probing. Oh, lovely little 1-2 there between Jack Grealish and Marmoush. Marmoush back to O'Reilly. Still 0-0 in the Merseyside derby. I wonder how Everton are going to handle their new stadium. That's the whole thing, by the way. Have you noticed how so many teams are now getting new stadiums? And it's becoming a common thing. United will have one, I don't know when, in 5 years potentially. But they're years away from having a new stadium. Obviously, Spurs got one recently. Arsenal got one, it feels like, they got it after us, didn't we? But we were like one of the first. And I think that stood us in such a good position to get a new stadium and build memories in this stadium, because you hear anyone talk about new stadiums, people talk about Emirates, talk about the London Stadium, West Ham, changing from Upton Park. Everton are going to be doing it. United are going to be doing it. Spurs have already done it. Arsenal have already done it. I've already said that one. There are others in there. No one mentions the Etihad like a new stadium because it isn't that new and we've got the job done, and it takes a while to get used to it. Obviously, some of the fans watching this now won't be familiar with Main Road because it was that long ago, 2003, wasn't it, when we moved in, or 2002, when we moved into the Etihad. That's a long time ago now. And it took us 10 years to build up an atmosphere, to build up a bond with the brickwork, if that makes sense, to get used to being in this new stadium. And because we're so far down that journey, we've walked so far down that path of having a new stadium, we're ahead of everybody else. So we don't have that worry, and we're reaping the benefits of having a stadium that can hold concerts, money, all that sort of stuff. So I think it's important. It's going to be interesting to see how Everton handle a new stadium next year. Oh, fuck's sake. 2-1 Newcastle, and then Liverpool score as well. I'm not that bothered about that, to be honest, really. I don't want Arsenal to win the league, so if that's what it takes, Liverpool to score a goal to prevent Arsenal winning the league at this, it doesn't affect us, does it? Because we've got absolutely no chance of winning the Premier League. Is it even mathematically still possible for us to win the league? Not sure it is. 8 games to go. How many games to go? I think it might be just. I think it might be like a game away before it's not even mathematically possible to win the league. And that's when we officially lose our title. Is it mathematically still possible? Yeah. I presume that's what that yes means. All right, Harry. I spoke to you already, mate. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, Brendan. I've got amazing memories. I was obviously much younger when I was at Main Road. But the fact that we've done what we've done in this stadium now makes it like, I think obviously if you spent 20, 30 years going to Main Road, the memories that you'll have, and I miss this because there's that gritty old school football feel, and you know what I mean. It's a bit like it's raining, it's cold. You get a bovril. It's uncomfortable. The seats are shit, and like everyone's like your knees are digging into the seat in front of you. It stinks of piss everywhere. It's lovely. It's lovely. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now it's like smartphones and blue ketchup and like all sorts of crazy shit. Balling from Doku. So I know what you mean. I do miss the old main road sort of feel, but the trophies we've won in this stadium, mate, is undeniably like built a connection between this infrastructure and the fans. You know, you can't deny that. And we obviously never won anything like this at Main Road. The success was way before I was born, and even then we won 2 league titles before we in the previous century we won 2 league titles. In the most recent century we've bagged however many. What is it? How many are we on now? Can't remember. Is it 8, 9? Maybe more. Can't remember. Early thoughts on the Manchester derby. I actually don't think United played that badly last night against Forest, and it concerned me a little bit because I thought they played okay. They tested Forest, not enough to win the game. Obviously, Forest did what they do, and they've been doing it all season, but they got a good result against, was it Real Sociedad? They played quite well in the Europa League, and then they got a reasonable performance out of the players yesterday. They were just a bit wasteful. So yeah, I think if the City that turn up in the second half against Bournemouth, or the City that have, I would say the side that have played this game as well, because I think we've played good football. I still think we've got enough to beat them. Really, Nico O'Reilly at the back post, McAtee, a sort of weird cross-come shot, slices it up in the air, and it's cleared eventually at the back post by Leicester. And Nunes is just chilling here. Oh, he's got his whistle's gone. Connor Cody's gone down. So yeah, McAtee's on, by the way. Doku off. Jeremy Doku has left the pitch. Jordan Ayew is coming on. This is interesting. 2-0, by the way. Still 2-0. Plenty of time to not win this game. You know what I mean? Villa 2, Brighton 0. So that looks like we're gaining on Brighton if we bag the 3 points. We're going to be 4 points ahead of Brighton, which at this stage of the season is a big gap. A big gap. Having already played them as well, they had their opportunity, what was it, before the international break, when they drew with us at the Etihad. And we didn't play that well there, did we? I felt like we got away with that one a little bit. We got away with that one, I felt like. Chelsea's tomorrow, Izan. It's Spurs they've got tomorrow, mate. Come on, Spurs, basically. Come on, Spurs. It's a free kick here to Leicester, and this is when they're going to come out now. They're going to start coming forward. They've brought on Ricardo Pereira as well, by the way, who's just come back from an injury. Ricardo Pereira is a dangerous fullback for Leicester. They've got Jordan Ayew on the pitch as well. Players that I'm surprised haven't started. Well, Jordan Ayew is about to enter the pitch. And it's Patson Daka coming off for Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew's, he's capable. He's got a goal in him. He's definitely got a goal in him. Ricardo Pereira's got a goal in him. He's quietly a very good player, actually. Probably, would you say he's Leicester's best player, Ricardo Pereira? I'd be surprised if he still plays for Leicester next season in the Championship, put it that way. I'm pretty sure a Premier League side would be snapping him up for right back. Probably not Champions League level, but he's a good player. And he's about to take a free kick, whipped it back post, and it's up in the air, and Jack Grealish boots it clear. I would say we're starting to need a bit of we need a third goal here. Starting to not feel as chilled. Talking about bloody pot noodle butties a minute ago, and I don't really want to talk about that anymore. I'm getting a bit worried here. They're knocking it about here, Leicester. Connor Cody down at right back. Plays the ball in, and Ederson steps out of goal and has to come out of his area to clear it. But Leicester coming forward should open up even more holes in the incredibly leaky defence that Leicester have. And James McAtee's coming forward right through the middle, lays it off to Savinho, left foot, and he just couldn't take it with him. He's got back up quickly because they both sort of fell over there. Luke Thomas and Savinho together, and Savinho's just ambling away from him, running away from goal. A little shake of the head there as well, as he's got the ball at his feet, and he's shaking his head at the fact that he slipped, I think, a minute ago. How do you think he's played, Savinho? Because he's frustrated me. There's been little glimpses of like, yeah, man, what a player, but it's like still got his assist. He got his assist. Can't forget that. But he could have done so much more in this game. Ball over the top here. Is that McAtee's? No, it's cleared by Fars. It was a good clearance. He read it well. Connor Cody was trying to thread that ball round the back of Manchester City's defence there. Oh, no way is it. What do you disagree with, Stuart? Tell me what am I watching that makes you think I'm watching a different game? I'm curious to know what I've said that's triggered you, mate. Proper redder tonight, aren't they? Look at that. It's been a bit calm, hasn't it? It's because I'm a bit worried about waking my daughter up, so I don't want to be screaming and shouting and stuff, but I don't want to be one of those guys that, oh, everybody, it's goal! Goal! Welcome to ASMR. Watchalong. I'm sure I shouted pretty loudly when we scored. But I also got a dodgy throat as well, so I don't want to be ill for the derby, man. I can't be like feeling ill for the derby. I think he is. I think there's a reason he's on the bench today. And I think Oscar Bob's going to come on. Who for, though? Probably with Savinho still being on the pitch. It should be him, really. And I think he'll come off the pitch frustrated. Nico Riley coming forward. Nice little step over. He nearly just like bundled his way through. He's won a free kick as well. Nico O'Reilly's not grabbing headlines today like he did against Bournemouth, but he still played good. Nice and simple. There's been nothing really like extravagant in his game. No assists, no marauding runs going forward like there was in that second half against Bournemouth, but he's been nice and steady, kept it simple, done nothing wrong, in all honesty. And here comes Oscar Bob, Oscar Bob, Oscar Bob. And it is Savinho coming off. It's the wrong one, need the one with water in it. Oscar Bob, mate, little cheeky smile there. He must be buzzing, coming back from a leg break, getting back into the first team, having already played in the EDS squad for City, what was it, about a week ago. So he has got minutes, match practice, but not at this level, not at the Premier League level. But here he is, a man who broke his leg at the start of the season, back playing football, and it's good to see. It's good to see. Mamouche shot straight into Hermansen's hands. Bloody hell. You're counting the days he was gone. Caps and Kringles. I would love it, mate. I would love it. Just over 4 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. City, I don't think we need a third, because I don't think Ederson's had anything to do in this game. Apart from that little moment with Connor Cody with a pass, and it wasn't really a save, it was just preemptive goalkeeping, let's call it, where he was just reading the game and helping out his back line and getting out there and being the sweeper keeper that he's very good at. Newcastle are winning 2-1. I think we already knew that. against Brentford. And someone said 2-2 with Bournemouth. I'm not seeing the score. It still says 1-2 to Bournemouth, so to Ipswich. So Bournemouth are still losing, according to this information I've got in front of me. But I might be wrong. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. So close to 600 likes. Do you reckon we could get to 650 before the end of the game? That would be massively appreciated if we could. Jordan Ayew holding the ball up for Leicester. Where are you watching the derby, people? Let me know where you're watching it on Sunday. Do you know a ground I've never been to out of spite? I've never been to Old Trafford. I just refuse to go. I've never been. I've been to almost every Premier League ground. Well, there's a lot of new ones since I've packed it in, obviously. I've never been to Portman Road. But travel to plenty of away grounds. But of all the away grounds I've never been to Old Trafford. And it's purely to not go to that shithole, basically. And, you know, bit of a stupid thing that, I don't know, my dad sort of started it, to be honest. My dad said, like, he's never been and he's never going to go. I think he went once when he was, like, a teenager. And he said he's never going again. So I sort of, like, followed that. Kept it a tradition within the family. Oh, no. Nico Gonzalez has given it away. El Canouse into Jordan Ayew, and he's been sent away from goal. We've got to get back here. We've stopped the cross at least. Nunes has done well and got on the back of Jordan Ayew. Cross comes in, back post. Nico O'Reilly, clear it. Fucking hell, City. Do you know what I mean? 2 minutes to go, and there you go. There was the little opportunity for Leicester. This could have been a horrible final few minutes to the game there. Nico Gonzalez, who's had a near-perfect game from midfield. He's been solid as a rock, nice and steady. Getting caught on the ball in midfield and had his pocket picked. And all of a sudden, we were in big trouble there. Thankfully, El Canouse's pass to Jordan Ayew was wasteful. Jack Grealish wins a free kick there. Good play from Jackie boy there. Yeah, for me, man of the match. For me, Jack Grealish. Oh. I know, Mullet. Yeah. Oh, we're nearly on 650. Big up to everyone who hit the like button tonight. Massively appreciate the support, people. Really do. It's Ruben Diaz who just stuck a foot out. That could have gone in the back of his own net there if he wasn't careful, but he actually just ended up controlling it pretty casually. And I think it was Gvardiol eventually who just boots it clear. Vita Hayes coming on, which is an indication that Pep's not convinced this game is done yet. Bringing on a defender. Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm streaming it. It's one of them. Apologies for being behind. I'm streaming it, so I will be behind, unfortunately. But yeah, the way to know it is if it's televised in the UK, then you won't be ahead of me. Unless you're at the game itself. That's the only way you'll be ahead of me, is if you're live in the stadium. Other than that, the latency is set to ultra low latency on the stream. So you should be no more than 5 or 6 seconds behind the actual words that leave my lips. And I'm no more than 5-6 seconds behind the live action that's actually happening. Marmoush free kick into the wall. McAtee with the rebound. It's dribbled out. 3 minutes of stoppage time. I'm glad it's only 3, to be honest, because Leicester, with the little opportunity that they had there, made my bum twitch. It's Rico Lewis as well coming on. Gundo's off. Probably going to slot in Rico Lewis into that midfield position. You shat on your seat. I presume you took your pants off, first of all. So you shat on your seat, but should have done it at the end. You got a stiff back at the end when you realised you couldn't sit down. See, it's a bad trait to be a streamer that talks, isn't it? What are you on about? Do you want me to stop talking? That'll be fun for everybody, won't it? I'll stop talking. Dead air. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't make for good listening, does it? I do talk. You're absolutely right, though. In terms of like a trait that I have, I talk a lot. You're absolutely right. Here you go. Jack Grealish giving it away. Oh, he could have got himself a second goal and a City third. It would have been Oscar Bob. Sorry, not Oscar Bob. Rico Lewis. There's lots of afros on the pitch now. We've got Nico O'Reilly with a lovely barnet. Rico Lewis with a lovely, an even bigger barnet. Oscar Bob, his barnet is that's his barnet. Then Nico O'Reilly's barnet's like here. Then Rico Lewis is like Sideshow Bob. Oh, big up everybody. Do you reckon we can get to 700? Good to see you, Messy Magic, as well. Big up to you, Christine, by the way. I hope you're feeling well, Christine. I know you weren't well in the last watch-along, so I hope you're feeling well. Pneumonia. Not pleasant. Hope you're feeling good. Seconds remain. Leicester coming forward with Ricardo Pereira. Surely Ederson collects. That should be the game. Big up to Ederson for saving that, because that would have been very annoying to concede a goal against Leicester, even though it was a cross more than anything, but still. Calm as you like from Ederson. Clean sheet should be in the bag for City. 2 goals. And in fairness, I think 2-0 flatters Leicester. This should have been 4-5-0, I think. With the chances that we created, the chances that they gave us, there goes the full-time whistle. I think Manchester City deserved more than we got in this game, but we got the 3 points, and that's what we came for. That's what we got. It's just a case of goal difference, isn't it? I'm starting to wonder if there's any sort of impact on the goal difference that might start to be taken into consideration for the rest of the season. Because I think Chelsea are close to us in terms of goal difference. We've gone into 4th place, which is great news. 17 goal difference. Chelsea have got 16. So yes, goal difference could play a part this season. So in games like this, it's frustrating that we didn't rack up a few more goals, in all honesty, and build a bigger gap between ourselves and Chelsea in terms of goal difference, who now have a game in hand, and they play that tomorrow against Spurs. You probably think they're going to win, but you never know. Chelsea, Spurs, 2 sides, very unpredictable there. Newcastle won. By the looks of it, I think they won. They were 2-1 up against Brentford. They've got the job done. They are now in 5th, 1 point behind City on 50 points. City on 51 points. We are still 6 points behind Forest. So I still think there's a slim chance we could actually catch Forest. You wonder if they... Where do they focus now, Forest? Because the end of the season for a side like Forest that are in unfamiliar territory, in the semi-final of an FA Cup, in 3rd place in the Premier League... Two aspects of their season that need focus now, and you wonder if they're going to have one eye on the Premier League, one eye on the FA Cup semi-final, with a chance to win actual silverware. It's going to be a rarity for those Forest players. So you wonder if they take their eye off the ball in either of them, or split their resources evenly and end up doing bad in both. You never know. I'm clutching at straws a little bit there, but you never know. We could catch them. We do have a better goal difference than Forest as well, so we only need to get onto those 6 points gap and we could actually overtake them. But Newcastle are the worry right now, because they are 1 point behind with a game in hand. So they win that, and as someone in the chat told me, it is against Leicester, and if they play like they did tonight against Newcastle, Newcastle will beat them comfortably. But yeah, Villa have climbed into 7th. Brighton have fallen to 8th. We are now 4 points ahead of Brighton, 3 points ahead of Villa, and 2 points ahead of Chelsea. But Chelsea do have that game in hand. But anyway, 3 points is all we needed tonight. We've got the job done. Ultimately, we've got the derby next. I feel like Peter Griffin when he falls and holds his knee. Nah, mate. I'm excited for it, but I'm sort of dreading it. That's a typical Manchester derby feeling. I'm dreading it, but I'm looking forward to it because you know we can beat them. Of course we can beat them. They're a fucking shower. But when they turn up, they seem to like have these moments, United, throughout the course of a season where they can just pull off like an incredible result. Like they beat us at our place when we were 1-0 up. We should have absolutely trounced them that day. And it should have been a comfortable win. And they end up coming away with 3 points, which was a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. And we need revenge, man. We absolutely need revenge for that game. And I'm hoping we can get it on Sunday. Big up to everyone in the chat. Massively appreciate everyone that tuned in today. Really, really appreciate you guys for smacking the like button as well. Could we get to 700? 6 more of you need to hit the like button before we get to 700 likes before the end of the stream. And that would be massively, massively appreciated, everybody. If we can, that would be great. In fact, I'm not going until we do. I'm not doing that game because you're all going to start unliking now. And that's like, I'm going to be here all night. And I really need a pee as well. So, 700. Good. Thank you. I love you. I love you all. 704. Thank you very much, everybody. Massively appreciate that. More content now between now and the Manchester Derby is planned, and also the Manchester Derby watch-along as well. Make sure you tune in for that one because it's going to be absolutely feisty. Take care, Blues. 3 points. Massive 3 points. We're in the Champions League spots. Let's get behind them. 2 wins in a row as well. Massive for City. But yeah, enjoy your evenings. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.